They called him a pirate. They called him a madman. They called him the most dangerous sailor in the American Revolution. But history remembers him by 7 words shouted from a sinking ship, surrounded by fire, blood, and splintered wood. I have not yet begun to fight. This is John Paul Jones. John Paul Jones was not born American. He grew up on the coast of Scotland, learning the sea the hard way, storms, shipwrecks, and captains who didn't care if you lived or died. By the time he reached the colonies, he was done taking orders. When the Revolution broke out, he didn't just join the Navy, he became the Navy. While most American ships hugged the coastline, Jones sailed straight into British waters. He raided supply ships, he burned harbor facilities, he even attacked the port of Whitehaven on the coast of England itself, proving to the British that nowhere was safe from him. For the first time, ordinary people in Britain looked out at the sea and thought, what if he's out there? One British newspaper called him a pirate, a villain, and a demon of the deep. John Paul Jones read that and knew they're paying attention now. September 23, 1779, off the coast of England, Jones commands the battered old Bonhomme Richard. The British send HMS Serapis to stop him, a newer, faster, better-armed warship. The fight that follows is nightmare chaos, cannons blasting at point-blank range, masts falling, decks on fire. The Bonhomme Richard is torn apart, holes in her hull, men screaming, water pouring in. A British officer shouts across the water, "Have you struck your colors? Have you surrendered?" John Paul Jones, standing on a burning, sinking ship, with half his guns disabled, looks straight at him and roars, "I have not yet begun to fight." Then he lashes his dying ship to the Serapis so neither can escape. If he's going down, he's taking the enemy with him. Boarding parties swarm. They fight hand-to-hand in the smoke and fire. Jones moves like a man with no interest in seeing old age, shouting orders, directing cannon blasts, refusing to let the crew give in. Finally, the British captain of the Serapis surrenders. The Bonhomme Richard sinks beneath the waves, and John Paul Jones sails away on the ship that was sent to kill him. John Paul Jones didn't win because he had the biggest ship. He didn't win because he had the most guns. He won because he refused to surrender to the sea, to the British, or to the idea that America should stay small and afraid. He gave the new nation something priceless, a legend, a standard, a line that still echoes today. I have not yet begun to fight. If heroes like John Paul Jones make you wonder what else they never told you in school, you're in exactly the right place. This is Hidden Hero Hub, where the legends they buried rise again. Stick around. The next story might be even more insane.